Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a new weekly reading vlog. Hopefully there's going to be some reading in this vlog because the last 3 weeks I haven't been reading at all. So I really need to catch up on reading. Right now it is Saturday morning on the 23rd and I do need to leave soon because I have another craft fair which is in my town, which is very helpful, and then I have another one on next Saturday only, and it's not like both days of the weekend, so that's gonna be helpful. And yeah, crossing my fingers that it goes well. I did already set up my stand yesterday, so most of it is done. I'm just waiting on my mom to arrive at the craft fair so that we can set up like the Christmas decorations and stuff, but that's pretty much all that's left to get done, and also to put up my banner. But except that, everything else is dealt with, which I'm happy with. So yeah, it didn't take too long yesterday evening, maybe an hour by myself to set up everything. So yeah, and everything did fit in my car because I didn't have to bring a sewing machine and sewing materials and like fabric and thread and all that stuff that I didn't need to bring, and my Cricut and like all of the cardboard and stuff like that that I did bring last weekend. And we didn't have any luggage either, so that was very, very helpful, which means everything fit in my car, and I still had some more space in my car to add more. Didn't need to, but I did have space, so that's good. And it wasn't too hard to set up. So what's left is my banner and Christmas decorations, and we're going to be set to go. I'm leaving in a bit for that, and my mom should be there soon. I just realized when I got up that my power bar was off. I remember we turned it off when we left for the weekend, last weekend, and it hasn't been turned on since. That's unfortunate because I thought my electronics were charging. So there's that. My iPad, I did charge it upstairs, and that one was fine. So at least that has been charged, but my phone is not charged much. I charged it for an hour. And then I also have like the little square thing for payments that I didn't get to charge either. I was hoping for it to charge all night, but it's gonna be charged for an hour. It's maybe 3/4. It's maybe 70%-ish charged. So I should be good for the day, and I'm gonna make sure that I charge it when we come back home this evening. So there's that. Reading wise, I'm really, really hoping I'm gonna be able to finish this book because I just need to move on to something else. And then I think I want to move on to something that I enjoy because I haven't been reading for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Not because I don't want to read, it's just because I haven't been able to because I was sewing, and I was getting everything ready for the craft fair. That's all I did. I didn't sleep much. If you haven't watched those vlogs, yeah, I didn't sleep much during the last 3 weeks. We were sewing and I was working my Cricut machine for like my packaging and stuff at the hotel the day before the craft fair. So like that gives you an idea. And I have been doing that like most of my evenings / nights the week before that craft fair and the week before that. So yeah, I was working a lot. Everything's ready though now, so I don't necessarily need to do that anymore-ish, but I still have a couple of things that I would love to have sewn for my inventory, but it's not necessary, I guess. I do have enough as it is right now. So I was hoping to just like sew and slowly make progress in that. But I didn't really have time this week because one, I was tired. and I'm just kind of recuperating. I don't know that word. I'm trying to like get back on my feet from like being tired and exhausted. So I've been very, very sleepy. And on Wednesday, I did have my concert band with my students. And then like I had a lot of things going on. On Thursday, I did do my bookkeeping and I was hoping to read, but it took me longer than I expected, so I didn't read, unfortunately. So like I had a lot of things to get done. So I do have my concert band rehearsal this morning instead of Sunday. So I'm gonna leave my mom at the stand, go ahead and rehearse with the band and come back. So I'm gonna miss maybe 3 hours from the beginning of the fair, but the rest of it I'll be there. So that's fun. I don't think there's much else going on this week, so I'm gonna try to focus on resting a bit and trying to read and get that done and get back to editing. I was hoping to get some vlogs and videos up last week, but unfortunately that did not happen either. So many things going on. It was a bit of a mess, but this week should include much more reading, so yeah. Last week, my son was filming, but this week he's not going to be there. So I'm going to probably just try to film a tiny bit, but I don't know how much I'll be able to get done. But anyways, I need to leave now. So I'm going to go ahead, leave, and get stuff ready for this weekend. And I'll see you in the next clip, whatever comes up next.
And all I want to do is find a place where it will be so dark I can't see. I'll let the music guide me. I see through silence and follow it to some reality. At night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise never turned to black and white. Let's make time tomorrow for doing nothing. I'm just gonna say goodbye to yesterday and all the days of light illuminate the neon shades alleviate the grace. At night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise never turned to black and white. Let's make time to tomorrow for doing nothing. At night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The music animates me till I'm out of time. A paradise, at night I feel alive, and all the flashing colors fill inside my mind. I breathe and close my eyes. The
Hi everyone, it is now December 1st. So, yeah, I know. I have a lot to say, so I hope you have your beverage and you have time to sit down for a bit because this is going to be a long update. I haven't updated for the last week. I'm sorry for this weird thing that's going on with the lights. I don't understand what's going on because in real life, the lights are not flashing at all. So I don't know what's going on. So last weekend, I didn't film. I was too busy to actually film. But it went really, really well. So that craft fair was 10 minutes away from my home, which means it's local. And I was really, really happy to be able to participate. It was a last minute thing, and it was one of my best last minute decision ever. So in the first craft fair that I did, that was an hour and a half away from here, I made just a little bit over what I paid for my table. And last weekend here, I almost doubled what it cost me to have a table there, which I was so happy. I didn't quite double it, but almost ish. So I'm really, really happy with that. And it was surprisingly a very good one. There's a lot of things that happened. First of all, we had some drama because during the night between Saturday to Sunday, people on Sunday morning actually complained that there were things on their table that were not there anymore and thought that things disappeared. They came around at every table to see like if other people has observed if anything like was disappeared, and I didn't really see that. And then we learned later on that they went back and got the security cameras and found out that the guy that was hired for the cleaning crew, they were the ones who were stealing from every table. They took something from every table while they were doing their shifts, their like night cleaning shift. What in the world? Like, I'm laughing about this because like I'm fine. It's okay. But it's uh what is happening? What is going on? Like I don't know. I'm not understanding what's going on here. I ask myself this question regularly at school, mostly. Um, what's going on? And I usually don't know the answer. What am I experiencing? Yeah, that was you can't make that up. Like, what? Yeah, they did in the end manage to, since they caught him, I think they called him, I don't know what they did, but they managed to get over 90% of the things that were stolen back. So they came to see us and tell us that they set up a table in a corner so that we can go ahead and see if there's anything from us that was taken. I had a bookmark, so it wasn't too bad. It was like a $5 thing, but other tables were not as lucky. Unfortunately, we got our stuff back. So like that's the thing. That's why I'm talking about it and still smiling. But yeah, that was a wild story. Like, I don't know. Anyways, they did file out a police form and complaint and all that. And I think the person was open to reimburse whatever was left that they didn't manage to give back, or I don't know, but it's just such a weird and wild story. So yeah, that happened. But anyways, it was still one of the best craft fair I've done, and it was really great. The first one was awesome as well. I just didn't sell as much. But the organizers for the last one, they were top notch. Like having to deal for the whole Sunday during your event, they had to deal with like the police stuff, and they were top notch. I have like nothing else, nothing negative to say about them. It was very well dealt with. I wouldn't have wanted to be in her shoes, for sure. But yeah, they dealt with it quite well. So there's that. I was really happy with that. And hopefully some people, because I did say and announce that I was local, so hopefully people will come back to my website and eventually buy directly from my website. Also, there's an issue with posting because Canada Post is on strike and has been on strike for the last 3 weeks, I think, if it's not 4. And that means like there's no post at all. There's no deliveries. Nothing is happening with Canada Post. So I'm trying to find like another delivery service that I could join and like instead of Canada Post, because this is terrible. And I want people to get their stuff. So I don't have like that much, but I still have like 2 contests. There's still another one that's going on. I had another one last week and there's another one going on right now. So I still need to send like at least 2 parcels and I want them to get it before Christmas. So I'm checking that out. They try to call me. There's one that I joined, kind of signed up for, and they tried to call me like twice to explain to me how they work and like how the service works and stuff. But I can never answer because I'm always with my students. So I need to like actually write to them and see if there's another way for them to explain how it works so that I can use their services. So there's that. So yeah, during the week, I was really, really hopeful that I was going to be able to read. But unfortunately, everything's catching up with me and I'm feeling just so exhausted and tired and I don't have much energy and I fall asleep before I actually have time to open my book. So I have every intention to open it, but I don't get to that point. So there's that. And I was waiting to be able to open my book before I update you during the week, and that did not happen, unfortunately. And I tend to always have like my phone battery low when I sit down to try to read. And I was trying to film myself while I was reading so that I get some B-roll of me reading, and that would hold me accountable to open up my book. But my battery is low, so that doesn't happen. So anyways, hopefully this week it will be better because I'm not going to be closing this vlog today since I don't have much clips to show you. So we're going to continue off. Anyways, that week passed. It was a rough one. I still have another rough run this week. And I'm going to have to have lunch with some of my students for our drama class because the play we're putting up is not ready. They're not ready at all. My 5th graders are not ready. So we need a little bit more time to get that ready. So there's that. I'm going to be teaching a lot this week, which is fine. It's just that I'm always running around like a headless chicken, like they say in French. But it's okay. It goes quite quickly when I teach a lot. So that's the fun part, I guess. Yeah, it also means I tend to not have time to finish everything. But yeah. So that was my week. And on Saturday, I did go back to the same city I went at the first craft fair. So an hour, 30 minutes from here. And with my mom, and it was like back and forth on the same day. And because it was a 1-day craft fair, and it was the worst I've ever seen. It was terrible. I don't understand. Like, it was another organizer. It was recommended to me by a colleague who also has a small business with planners and stuff for teachers. And she did do a lot of craft fairs with her, so I trusted her. But yeah, my colleague was very, very disappointed as well. I did not pay back my table, which was only like $130, which, yeah, I don't get. There was no one, literally no one showed up, which sucks. But yeah, she came around to every table and to make sure that we all posted in our stories and Facebook stuff, Facebook pro pages and stuff. Like, that's not like, yes, I'll do it, but that's not my job. It's not my job to do sponsorships and bring the people to the fair. That's your job as the organizer. I pay my table, yes, for like the space, but also for visibility and the people that you are bringing to this craft fair. So like, that's your job. I don't know why it should be on me. Yeah, I was not impressed. It was a fun time with my mom, I guess. The good news is that during the whole month of November, I did sell for over $1,000, which I'm really, really happy with. And like, that really covered all of my tables altogether, and I still made some money. I'm not counting like profits wise, just like money wise, revenue wise, but yeah, I'm happy with that. So at least there's that. I did sell a bit, but like I had maybe 5 sales, something like that. So yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I put it behind me. So there's that. And I'm checking out some new craft fairs that I want to participate at too. And there's the next one that I'm going to go sign up for like now-ish when I'm done with this clip. That's what I'm going to be doing, is a parents and children craft fair, which should be amazing. And it's supposed to be pretty big as well, because it costs $1,000 for the table for, I think it's 3 days. So I'm gonna have to take a day off on the Friday, I think. Yeah, April 11th to 13th. So 3 days. And I think it's gonna be amazing. They have like activity zones for the kids, and they usually have like these inflatable stuff for the kids to play in and stuff like that. And it looks really, really fun. And where they rent the space, it is very, very big. Like you don't rent that space if you don't have a big event. So I know it's going to be well done and that there's going to be a lot of people there. So I'm hoping for a lot of sales there. If I do get a stand there, I'm going to have to get back on production pretty quickly, because I do want to do a lot of children's kitchen aprons, and I want to do like the ones that fit a kit that fits with the parents as well. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. By the way, I do have a fabric haul. I don't know if you're interested. You can skip ahead if you're not interested in that, but I do have some fabrics that I did buy today and that I want to show you because they're so pretty. It's like books. Like, collecting books and reading books are two completely different hobbies. Same goes with sewing and fabrics. So here we go. All right. So the first one is this one, which is a cute little like milk cartons and juice and coffee and tea. And it's just the cutest. Then we have these nice little mushrooms. Next one is construction trucks. Because I've been asked about these kind of patterns for aprons last weekend. I've been asked that quite a bit. They were very popular, so decided to get some more. And I'm happy that it wasn't the same pattern that I got like a couple of years ago. Obviously, it's not there anymore, but at least there was something that I could get that was nice and pretty. Next, I have a blue one because that goes with the next fabric. So this one I got a little bit more because I got an order by a colleague who wants like 2 adult aprons as Christmas gifts, which I'm really happy with. So it's gonna go with this one. So like blue raspberries, which are so cute, and this kind of like old pink, which I think is very lovely. It's gonna be great with this blue, if that makes any sense. I love it. I haven't bought any plain fabric because I need a lot of plain fabrics to be able to continue doing what I'm doing, like for the kitchen, for the aprons. But because I want to go directly and open a business account directly with this company instead. I don't know what the pricing is going to be, but I do need to spend at least $2,000 per year in order to keep my account open. But I'm not worried that I'm going to be spending that much because today it already cost me $270. So I didn't want to spend everything that I made from the craft fairs into like fabrics and materials because I do need to pay at least half of the craft fair. So at least $500 very soon for the parents and children craft fair that's coming up. So I didn't want to like spend everything all at once. I need to order like big amount of, I think it's a minimum of 15 yards to order, and so of the same fabric. But I need a lot of those plain fabrics for everything that I make for book sleeves as well as aprons. I need a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and order it directly with them. Probably it's gonna cost me less than what I pay per yardage, I guess. I pay by the meter because here we use meters instead of yardage. So I don't know like what's the difference gonna be, but I'm gonna do that after this clip as well. So this one is the only one that I did buy because I need to get to this very quickly because it's a Christmas gift. So those 2 aprons are gonna be done quickly, but I still like bought some more of the patterns fabric so that I could have some leftovers for craft fairs and stuff. And the last one that I bought, I already had this one. It's like the cute little kittens and plants, house plants, which I love. But I saw that this was all that was left at the store. So I decided to just pick it up again because it was quite popular in the things that I sold my pen holders. These were quite popular and sold well, so I decided to pick up like what was left, and there was only 1.5 meters left, so I might as well just buy it and make some more because I knew it was selling very well, and it's so cute and I love it a lot. So those were my fabrics, and I think that's it for today. I had my practice this morning. I went ahead and got the fabrics and got some shampoo and stuff, and did the Christmas tree with my son. My son helped a lot. I was so tired this afternoon. I am feeling a little less tired right now, which is why I actually managed to film this clip. But yeah. Okay, reading wise, I am still going to try to focus on like editing my videos. I haven't read anything in November, like nothing at all, and I haven't edited my October wrap up, so I'll just do like one and the same video and get that out there. And I'm going to have to film all of that, do my bullet journal and all that stuff. I don't know when, probably during the week, and I'm gonna try to focus on that as well as like getting my inventory on my website up to date because my Square, which is the app that I use and the machine that I use to make in-person sales, it's not connected to my website because I'm with Squarespace and that doesn't like fit together. Anyways, there's probably a way to link them both, but I don't want to complicate everything. So I'm gonna have to update all of my inventory and make sure that I don't sell something online that I don't have in stock anymore. So I need to make sure of that. Some things have been put away like downstairs, but it's not like neatly put away. I know my son got some boxes downstairs, but he just put it there and left it like in the middle of my workshop. So I'm gonna have to take care of that during the week, but not right now. I'm too tired. So I am going to be reading this book that I'm trying to finish to read ASAP. And then I'm also going to be trying to finish a lot of things during December. I'm trying to focus on reading a lot and editing like booktube videos. So that's my main focus. I'm not going to be back on book talk just yet or doing short videos on YouTube, because I need to get back into like rolling into things before I get back to book talk, because it's just so much for me to deal with at the same time. I just can't. And like concerts are coming up and all that stuff. So what I think I'm going to be doing is starting fully fresh with everything in January, but at least I'll be editing things in December. I did want to do my end of the year reading rush challenge. Unfortunately, I decided to not do it because I didn't announce it early enough. I didn't do any videos for it. I didn't do anything. So I decided to just like do it for myself and reuse last year's bingo card. And that's going to be it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to share them if you're interested, but by the time this comes up, it's probably too late. So I'm probably going to be sharing them in my TBR actually. But yeah, something like that. I still have my secret book from my wrapped TBR that my son needs to pick up. And then the choose your own adventure prompt that I need to check. But other than that, the rest of it is like already dealt with. So I'm just rolling over books and trying to finish as many as I can. So we've got this one, and I've got like all of the books I've talked about before, the ones I've started. So the Diviners, I've got Lair of Dreams. I'm trying to finish The Lord of the Rings, Ship of Magic, the whole trilogy. If I wish I could finish the whole trilogy by the end of the year. I'm not going to be able to. That's so unrealistic, but I wish. Then there's the 6 Crimson Cranes duology and the prequel that I want to get to. There's The Daughter of the Pirate King. Is that it? The latest book that I got, which was a prompt for the buzzword. Is it buzzword? I think so. So yeah, there's just so many that I'm trying to finish. So I there's a lot on my reader. Also for Christmas, I did read today. I read with my son A Boy Called Christmas. I read and watched the movie last year for the first time. I really, really loved it. It was so good. I strongly recommend, by the way, if you're not interested in the book. It is by Matt Haig, but it is middle grade and it's cute and it's, well, yeah, some things a little bit, like the beginning is a bit rough, but it's still like it's done in a very well way. And I read it with my son. So we started it together and hopefully we're going to finish it together. He was, the thing with middle grade is he's a little bit young to start middle grade because he's only 8 years old and his attention span is quite small. He doesn't like big books with a lot of chapters and a lot of pages and not enough pictures and stuff. So that's difficult for him. But if we're reading it together, it's not as bad. And we did try that with Narnia, but the writing style in Narnia and the language that's used in those books is a bit too much for him to comprehend and be hooked up to the story, because I don't think he understood much of the story. While I was reading A Boy Called Christmas, he was asking questions. He was trying to guess what's going to happen next and like actually have a discussion. And I think that he's matured since I tried to read Narnia with him. So there's also that. But he also learned at school how to, they have like a reading circle. So they ask each other questions and they read the same books, kind of like a book club. So they talk about like the books they're reading and like things they want to tell to each other about the books. And I think it's so cute that the teacher make them do that. And I think that's what he was trying to do, like have a discussion with me with the book. And I'm like, I know what's gonna happen next. I can't answer you. I've read it before last year. Poor baby. But yeah, I think he enjoyed it quite a bit. So far, we read 28 pages of the ebook, which is 278 pages, which is not too bad. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I do want to read the second book this year. So that should be an easy read. I do have a promo code with Kobo, so I'm going to use it to buy that second book. And yeah, I've been talking for over 30 minutes, so I'm gonna leave you at that. Pick up my book, bring it with me because I need to go to the computer, sign up for that craft fair in April. And I have 2 other craft fairs that I want to do. One is like $1,500, which I don't have right now, and but that one is in October, and the other one is in November next year. But you can't sign up for it before March, so I'll wait till March to sign up for that one. And I'm not sure I'm going to be picked for that craft fair because it's very far away from here, and they try to prioritize small businesses that are close to that city. And it's a city in Quebec, in the province of Quebec, but it's close to Ontario. It's like it's very, very close with Ottawa. So people go back and forth, those two cities usually a lot. So it's quite far away from here. It's a good 5 hours, at least 5 hours of driving. So there's that. So I don't know if I'm going to be picked, but I'm hoping, and I'm going to send that into the universe and hope that I will be picked for next year. And the other one, well, I don't have the money right now. I'm going to prioritize the one for April because that's the one that's coming up the quickest. So hopefully I'll be able to do all 3 of them. And we'll see for next Christmas which one I'll do. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go ahead and take care of before I get to read and go to bed and get to my students tomorrow morning and all that jazz. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to leave you at that. And I'll see you later with hopefully some updates of this. All right, I'll see you. Hey everyone, it is now Saturday the 7th of December, end of the day. So I should have stopped closed this vlog yesterday, but here we are. As you've seen in the previous clip, I have been reading a little bit of Fierce Like a Firestorm. I'm not liking this at all. I hate it, and I've been finding it a little bit hard this evening to actually get to finish reading it. I'm reading it so quickly, like way quicker than I usually read, just to like go through it because it's that bad. I hate that like it's only chapters of explaining things and explaining things and explaining things and trying to explain other things. And it's just so boring. And on top of being very, very boring, it's also like things do not make sense. And I don't like it's not necessarily like the magic system in itself, but more like I don't know how to explain it, but there's this pact was done, deal thing that was done, and magic involved and stuff, and like why this person should has to do this thing and cannot do something else makes no sense to me at all. Like nothing makes sense. I feel like they're making up rules as they go, and that's really, really annoying to me so bad. Like, I cannot comprehend what's going on and why these things are happening. So, yeah, that's pretty much my non-enjoyment of this book. But I really want to finish it because, like, I want to see how it's going to end and whatever. I just want it over with. I kind of wanted to pick up another book that I'm excited to read, but yeah, I need to finish this. So I'm almost halfway through, and I'm gonna leave it at that this evening because I have a neck ache right now, and it like aches up until like here, and my shoulder blades, and I cannot wait to see my chiropractor. But yeah, this week was still very, very, very busy. I really, really tried to read. I have been reading though, like during the week, but with my son. So I have been reading A Boy Called Xmas, and we're halfway through that book as well. So we've been reading a couple of chapters every day. So we've been making some progress in that. It's a reread for me, but a first read for my son. But yeah, I am going to be counting that as a read book for December. So yeah, everything is just so much at the moment, and it's just everything is just too much. I'm struggling really, really hard, my body and my mind, and yeah, I'm trying my best. But tomorrow I have a plan on how to go from here and the next 2 weeks, because I only have 2 weeks left before I'm off for the holidays. And that also means I have a lot of concerts and plays and still a lot left to get done. I'm also grading my students, so there's also that. So yeah, very, very busy times and trying to keep up with like Christmas stuff and yeah, one day at a time, I guess. So I'm gonna close this vlog here, even if I don't have much in it. I'm very, very sorry about it. But yeah, life has been lifing. So since it's late Saturday, I'm gonna close this here. If you're interested in how it's gonna go the next week, you can probably already watch my next vlog. It should be up soonish after this one. Late, but soon after this. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me right now. Thank you so much for watching and putting up again with my chaoticness. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.